Thank you for tuning into Iron Point Tech. Today I'm going to show you how to record your gameplay on PC using a few free softwares that you can download on the internet. So let's dive right in. Now this first method of capturing your gameplay on PC comes pre-installed with Windows. You may not know it's there. It's actually the most simple way to record your gameplay, but it's using the Xbox Game Bar. If you don't know what that is or haven't used it yet, go to your search bar and search Xbox Game Bar. You'll see that pop up there, and by selecting it, you'll have these overlays pop up on your screen. And there's two ways to go about this. You can search it through Xbox Game Bar in the search bar, or you can tap Windows G, and that would bring up these same overlays. Now, you don't have to have Xbox Live or an Xbox account in order to actually take advantage of these options here. So you can see here a few different windows pop up, and up here you'll want to make sure you click on this capture button, which brings up this specific overlay. And so with this overlay, there's a couple different options you have here. You can take a picture of what's currently on your screen. This option allows you to record the last 30 seconds of your gameplay or the footage that is on your application. And then this is the record button. You can hit record, and then it'll start recording from that moment. And you can leave the Xbox Game Bar just by clicking anywhere, and it'll remove all these overlays. You can get back to your game, and you can see in the corner of your screen a recording symbol, and a stop symbol will be up at the top where you can stop recording at any time. And you can go back to this by tapping Windows G, and then bring this up and you can stop recording. And then when you stop recording, it'll save all of your files in this gallery. And you can also navigate down here by clicking this open file location to see where on your computer that file has been downloaded. And the only issue with this is that it does record gameplay. It records actually any application, but you need an application open in order for it to start recording. So you can see here, this record button is highlighted because I have this browser window opened up in the background. If I had exited out of this and I didn't have anything opened up here, this wouldn't be clickable. You need to have an open application in order to record. And then here you have the audio. If you click on this button, this audio overlay pops up where you have different audios that can be recorded. You can change the system sounds. You can change the sound of the game you're playing, your mic, your headphones. You can modify the mix and the voice in this audio section here. And then there's additional settings you can implement in this settings section of the Xbox Game Bar. So I recommend toying around with that. It's just a simple, free way that already comes pre-installed with Windows 10. The next two methods are both similar, and some of my personal favorites. I'm actually using one of them to make this video right now, and that is the OBS Studio application. So I'm going to close out of this. The easiest way to get this application is just by pulling up your browser and searching for OBS Studio. And then that first page, the obsproject.com, if you click on that, it brings you to their homepage where you can download OBS Studio on any of these operating systems. So I have it here downloaded for Windows, and I have it pulled up right here, actually. So you can see here, this is OBS Studio. And this is a free software, along with the other software I'm going to show you. This free software, it can be a little daunting in terms of complexity and getting it up and running immediately. The Xbox Game Bar is the most simple. You just hit record, and it starts recording your gameplay, and then you can stop and make sure you can stop and then view those files afterward. It just starts recording immediately, and you can set it to include any of your audio. As you can see here, this is allowing me to record my full screen, so I can record anything I do because I have it set to record the full display. So when you have this downloaded, it brings you to this specific project bar, and in this area you have to set up sources in order for it to have areas to capture. So it's still not as complicated as this might look, but you can see here I have three different options enabled here. I have a Yeti microphone. I have it set up to record my full display, which you can have this set up to record a specific game if you have it open, or you can have it set up to capture any open window, or you can have it capture your full display. So you can see here, I just hit this plus button, and it gives me all of these options for what I want to capture. So if you wanted to capture a specific game, you'd have game capture, you can do test, and then you can have it capture any full screen application, a specific window, or the foreground window with hotkeys. So you can have it do any full screen application. So if you're ever at full screen and recording, it would just record that gameplay. And you can see it saves it here as a source. I'm going to go ahead and remove that. I have mine currently set up just to capture the whole display. If you want to make sure you capture anything you're doing on your screen, then you would just go to display capture. Again, I will put test again. So create new, hit OK. And it's asking me what I want to capture. I have two different displays activated right now. So I just want to capture that display one, and I want to capture the cursor. So I hit OK, and now that is currently being recorded. But since I already have it up, I'm going to go ahead and remove that. And then same thing for the microphone. If you're using a specific microphone or you want to capture audio through your headset, you just need to have this audio input capture, where you create new and you just make sure that it is recording the specific audio capture device that you're using. So you can see here I have a few different ones. I have big screen audio, I have the USB microphone, and I have my Yeti stereo microphone. I'm recording this Yeti stereo microphone. If you already have in your Windows settings your default microphone to be set up to whatever microphone is currently active, that can also work. But as a precaution, I always just select what I'm using just to make sure I know it's capturing audio, so which is the Yeti stereo microphone. So I'm going to remove that. And you can see here, same thing. I have a webcam. Let me just pull it up here. You can see my face. So this is also another source that you can add in. So you can capture, if you have a webcam, you can capture it while you're using the application. You can have this, and specifically the order is important here. So if you want your webcam to show up on top of your gameplay, you can't have it nestled underneath the actual game capture, because it's going to capture that full screen and you're never going to see my webcam. So you want to put the webcam up top so that you can actually have it a part of the screen. In case you wanted to see your facial reactions, you want to see, your face while you record your gameplay. I'm going to go ahead and remove that. So you don't see my face anymore. And you can see this audio mixer. You can see the audio that's being captured right now. Right now, it's only the Yeti microphone that is enabled, so it's capturing there. And so here, you can start streaming. You can link it to any streaming service so that you can start streaming straight to that service instead of recording on your desktop. I have mine set to record on this desktop so that I can save that file, and it's not being saved on a third-party streaming service. And then in the settings, you can change your settings. You can change your output for all of these recordings and the video recordings as well. If you need to change any of these settings similar to your audio, I don't have any of these things modified. I have it pretty much set up how I wanted it in the actual input sources that I labeled in there. You can see here the recording path, I have it specified. It saves as an MKV file initially, but I want this as MP4s because it's more compatible with other editing softwares that I use. So I have this set up as an MP4, and I have it changed it to a specific hard drive that I have enabled so that I have enough space if I am doing gameplay and wanting to capture that. So that is OBS Studio. Not as complicated as it looks or as it appears to be. The other service is very similar to OBS Studio, and that is Streamlabs. So if you want to test Streamlabs as well, it's very user-friendly. You just Google search Streamlabs, same thing as OBS Studio. You pull it up, and you download Streamlabs for your specific operating software. And I have it right here. And as you can see, I have Streamlabs set up specifically for my Twitch stream. So when I'm streaming, it's capturing these different sources, and it goes straight to my Twitch stream. And you can see here this mini feed of different followers that I've gained over time. And the same rules as apply to OBS Studio. You need to add in your sources here. I've tested a lot of different options with Streamlabs, games, webcams, microphones, but the principle is still the same in terms of adding sources and then linking through settings where specifically your stream is going to go. So I have mine linked here to this streaming service in Twitch, so that when I go live, it automatically activates and goes straight to Twitch and records my gameplay. So Streamlabs is very similar to OBS Studio and very user-friendly as well. So, and all of these services are free. As I mentioned before, Xbox Game Bar comes with the Windows 10. Any Windows computer, any Windows operating system comes free, very simple to use. And then the other two free services are OBS Studio and Streamlabs. There are other softwares out there that I recommend testing. I haven't tested them myself because OBS Studio and Streamlabs have done exactly what I needed for my videos, for my gameplay. So I recommend for recording any gameplay, download OBS Studio and Streamlabs and start to toy around with those. Whether you're recording your gameplay or you're just wanting to test things out for videos or stream straight to Twitch or another different streaming platform, you can go ahead and link that. And those are the easiest ways that I've found to record my gameplay. So if you found any of this helpful, please like and subscribe. Go ahead and comment below if you have any other softwares that are simple to use, that are free to use, that can help people record their gameplay. Go ahead and drop those in the comments below. And thanks for sticking around.